I have just received a generational cosign, okay?
Fucking idiot. Never mind. Disregarded. Fuck your channel. Go to hell.
One of the YouTube OGs, JACKSFILMS, just watched my videos on his live stream where he critiques his fans' channels. And I think I didn't do that bad, okay? But let me tell you how this even came to be in the first place. Starting off with Chapter 1, The Early Bird Gets the Worm. So earlier in the day, I had seen this video where Jack talks about people using AI thumbnails and how that is basically viewer repellent, okay? No one wants to see that. But not only did he critique the creators who were using AI thumbnails, he also gave props to the ones who weren't, because all of these were viewer submissions on his live stream. And I was in the back of my mind thinking, well, wait a minute, I'm a small channel. I have like nothing to lose. I don't use AI. Maybe I'll just see what happens, okay? And then I waited for maybe a couple hours until suddenly my dream came true and I saw that he was streaming that night, and I jumped on it like white on rice and submitted the fastest $5 super chat donation I have ever given. Also the only one I've ever given, okay? YouTube now has my credit card information. That horrifies me, but I got it through the wire. And then I waited for hours, okay? I cannot stress this enough. Even after only 20 minutes of streaming, the queue for viewer submissions was massive. And he was going through them, to his credit, one by one. And it wasn't just like a 5-minute, like, oh, this looks good, this looks bad. These were like 20 to 30 minute diatribes on what you are doing right and wrong as a creator by both him and the chat. And so I was just patiently waiting. Keep in mind, Jack streams on the West Coast. I'm on the East Coast. So for him, it's like 9 o'clock. It's just the start of the night. For me, it is 1 a.m. and I am dying in my bed. But at 3:20 a.m., I finally hear this sweet, gorgeous music to my ears.
Here's an interesting one from Zaf the Guy. Restarted my gaming rant / retrospective channel after being on and off for years, and I am in dire need of help.
That's right, Senpai noticed me. And now I was seeing one of the YouTubers that I have watched for damn near a decade react to my stuff with an audience. This broadcasts my stuff to a whole bunch of new people while also pointing out my pros and my cons. This was kind of like the litmus test for the average Joe Schmo to see what I'm doing right and what I'm doing wrong. So let's talk about a couple facets of my videos that I will either have to improve, or a couple facets which he said, hey, these are pretty good. Let's start off with filming and composition. This is something that he clearly was, I don't know if I could say impressed by, I don't know if I want to give myself that credit, but he enjoyed. He liked the fact that there were these blue purplish lights in the background. He liked the fact that I wasn't blasting myself with ring lights, and thank God, because that is just me trying to look as aesthetic as possible. I'm happy that that's something he noticed, let alone complimented. Another thing that I got complimented on was the editing. I've been messing around with like a new editing system. I've been using DaVinci Resolve for the better part of the year, and I have been trying to up my editing game to a whole nother level, and to see that work, at the very least be paid off in compliments, is something I cannot stress enough. Warms my heart, okay? My heart grew 3 sizes that night, and my brain was running on maybe 1 cell because I was lethargic. But here's the thing, for as much glaze as I was getting for my editing, there's one comment that I noticed in the chat, and let me be fair and say that I'm not going to call out any of the chatters who said this. They are all perfectly valid in their critiques, but I saw one comment saying something along the lines of, the editing is good, but it doesn't really gel with what he's saying, the pacing of the video, which is something, I'm going to be quite honest, I agree with wholesale, but I'll say this, I have no idea how to pace a YouTube video, okay? Maybe I knew at some point back when I was making commentary videos, but now that I'm in this realm, standing around, talking about video games, unscripted by the way, let me make something clear. I might have said that these were video essays at some point, or at the very least my thumbnails I think give it the aura of a video essay, but I'm doing all this from the dome, okay? I remember seeing one comment that was like, he's looking at a script, because I keep looking down. That's not my script, okay? That's my webcam, because I want to see if I'm in center frame. Otherwise, you're going to get videos like this. Hey guys, it's Zaf, and today we're going to be discussing how she left me and took the kids. Like and subscribe, yay! But yeah, I end up checking my webcam a lot, and That is something I'm admittedly gonna have to change. You know what else I'm gonna have to change? Something big. Something kind of impossible to fully grasp. My vocal delivery. Now, this is something that is not gonna surprise anyone. I am an introvert, okay? But on YouTube, introvertiveness, you could tell these videos are not scripted. I've really just showed you how the sausage was made. But my introvertedness is not gonna gel with YouTube, okay? YouTube used to be a platform for introverts, you know? You think about videos of like Smosh lip sync to the Pokemon theme song, or Ryan Higa making How to Be Ninja with Sean. These are introverts with cameras who spend most of their time in iMovie. And that is not the case anymore. YouTube has been so domesticated that nowadays we are seeing a lot of type A personalities, which means that us type B personalities, us little introverts, I actually don't know the difference between type A and type A, but I'm making it up as I go. But the difference is that now I have to go harder than ever in the paint, okay? I am putting everything I could possibly manage into these videos, to the point that I will sometimes finish these videos and think, God dang, my throat hurts. I've been screaming all day. The throat goat I am not, but I am trying to improve, okay? I could totally see how my vocal delivery at points seems a little stilted, seems a little sleepy weepy, because I am sleepy weepy, okay? It gets hot in this room. I realize I'm being so defensive right now. This is probably the most defensive I've ever been, but I want to basically use this video as partially a way to just thank JACKSFILMS for even letting me have this opportunity, but also as a checklist for me to, you know, gauge whether or not I've made these improvements as I've kept going, because the number one piece of advice that Jack told me was this.
My best advice is keep at it, since you've only, like, this is your first year back after a year-long break almost. And we're still, you know, we're 8 videos in, which isn't nothing, but I think we have to keep going.
He told me I had to keep going, okay? I met JACKSFILMS, I'm never gonna fail. I was so ecstatic when I heard this, because part of me has always been rather, let's say, uncommitted to the whole idea of YouTube, okay? I don't know how many videos I'm gonna make. I don't have a game plan in the slightest, but the idea of knowing that the guy who I've watched for over a decade said, hey, this is good, you should keep doing this, fills me with some sort of odd euphoria I can't even describe, okay? I watched that stream clip 5 times over because it was just such a motivating thing to hear. And because of that, I'm gonna keep going, okay? And I'm gonna take this advice in stride. Thank you so much, not only to Jack, but to all the people in this chat that were either praising or critiquing my videos, okay? And I'm gonna take that advice in stride, and I'm gonna be better, because I wanna be the very best, like no one ever was. To catch them is my real test, and to train them is my cause. Why do you think I wear this hat, okay? I'm practically the Ash Ketchum of YouTube, and I'm trying to catch them all. I'm trying to become the master of this. And with that being said, if you're enjoying this video, if you've enjoyed the videos you've seen in the past, please like and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it, as it would be the best way to show that what I'm doing right now is working. And if it's not working, please comment that. I'm so interested to hear what you have to say. And just a last, I know I said it 1,000 times before, but thank you to JACKSFILMS. This was crazy to see, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.